Hello students, in this class today I'm going to talk about periodization, its meaning and importance, periods of training year, aims and contents of periods, and types of periodization. So let us start with introduction. Our bodies react and adapt to stress as a method of survival. Training is simply a form of stretch on the system with the intention of adapting to the stretch of training and recovery to become bigger, faster, stronger. Too little stretch or stimulus from training will result in little or no adaptation and therefore no progress. Managing the stretch of mid and long-term training is called periodization. Sports training is performance and competition-oriented process. It is planned and carried out for the purpose of participating successfully in sports competition. It is, however, a well-known fact that a sportsman is not in a position to give his best performance at any time during the process of training. He has to systematically train in order to give his performance in a competition at a particular time. A sportsman who is undergoing regular training always possesses some sort of sports form. But for achieving the desired success, he must have the highest possible form, that is, top form. Hence, to understand periodization, it is obligatory to understand top form. The concept of sports form or top form was propounded by the famous Russian physiologist L.P. Matthew in the year 1965 as an update to the work which he first introduced in 1962. Now, let us look at its meaning and importance. Periodization is a planned process which is a methodical, scientific procedure to help athletes achieve high performance. It is the important tool a coach has in conducting a well-organized training program where a coach is only as efficient as his organization. It is the purposeful sequencing of different training units, that is long duration training cycles and sessions, short duration training cycles and sessions, so that athletes could attain the desired and planned results. Periodization helps in improving health and fitness and gives a potentially more effective way to train. It is the method for structuring training programs using cycles of stimulating loads, maintenance loads, detraining loads, and rest to elicit improvements in fitness and performance. Top form is a state of optimum performance capacity of a sportsman which he achieves through training in every training cycle. It is a training cycle plus the harmonious relationship among the various performance factors. Top form is achieved more than once, that is, in every training cycle. Top form can be achieved at any level. In every training cycle, top form is achieved at a higher level of training state. The best performance during competition period indicates top form. Stable performance in a competition period indicates the maintenance of top form. The various phases of development top form are: number 1, phase of training state, that is base creation phase. Number 2, phase of achievement and maintenance of top form. And the third, phase of temporary loss of form. The three phases correspond to the three periods of periodization, that is preparatory, competition, and transition. Having understood its importance, now let us talk about aims and contents of periods. Number 1. Preparatory period. This is the period which immediately follows the transition phase. It is the longest period. This phase consists of the general preparation and specific preparation. Usually it can be subdivided into 3 different phases. One should always remember that this is a base, a creation phase with the objective to attain the previous training state. In general, during the preparative phase, activities should be structured to progressively adjust the physical, psychological components according to the requirements of competition. Provide a high volume of training with only 30 to 40% devoted to high-intensity training. Improve endurance, strength, and speed as a physical groundwork for further performance accomplishments. Improve the latter portion to specific exercises directly related to the skills and technical aspects of the sport. The intensity of training should increase, but the total volume of training will be reduced to 20 to 40%. Improve and perfect technique and tactics. Second, the competition period. The aim of this period is to achieve top form and to maintain it for a sufficient long period. The training structure in this period depends considerably on the duration of the competition period, number and frequency of competitions, and the dates and performance level of the sportsman. It also depends to a significant extent on the individual peculiarities of the sportsman. During this period, activities should be structured to maintain the physical standards acquired in the preparatory period, perfect technique and tactics, gain competitive experiences with the aim of improving game skills and mental capacities. This period should include an unloading and tapering phase following a competition. The unloading is time for the athlete to generate all functions of the body and usually involves reducing the volume and intensity of training. Third, transitional period. This is a period which immediately follows a period of hard work or stressful competitions. The aim is to maintain the physical gains acquired during the competition period and facilitate recovery. The transitional period is a time to analyze the completed program and compare it with the past programs, construct the next yearly plan, and have thorough examinations carried out on athletes. During this period, activities should be structured to maintain a level of general physical preparation which is 40 to 50% of that of the competition period. Avoid complete rest, which could lead to dissipation of training gains, insomnia, and loss of appetite. Continue practicing for 3 to 4 times each week. One practice session is sufficient for young athletes. Alter the activity, environment, and venue as much as possible. Now let us come to the duration of training cycle and its periods. One cycle of base creation, form achievement, and temporary loss of form is one training cycle or one macro cycle. In a single periodization, the 3 phases total up to 12 months. That is, the training cycle is of 12 months duration. In multiple periodization, there are usually 2 to 3 training cycles in a training year. Thus, the duration of a training cycle can be less or more depending upon various factors. The minimum duration of a training cycle can be 3 months. A training cycle shorter than this is not possible because then the duration of preparatory and competition periods will be very short, which will not be enough either for improving the base or for achieving the top form. The maximum duration of a training cycle theoretically can be more than a year, but practically it is 12 months or less. To have a training cycle longer than a year means is to have very long preparatory and competition periods. One cannot have a very long preparatory period because psychologically and physiologically it is very difficult to go on training without participating in important competitions. A very long competition period is not possible because it is very difficult to maintain top form for a long time. Due to these reasons, the duration of a training cycle is usually 1 year or less. The duration of a training cycle is further determined by the following factors. Number A, training stage and age of the sportsman. B, means and methods of training. C, nature of sport. D, the duration of preparatory period. E, the duration of competition period. And F, the duration of transitional period. And now, let us discuss the types of periodization. Periodization is normally done for 1 year. The 3 phases of sports form make one macrocycle. According to the number of macrocycles in a training year, periodization is classified into number 1, single periodization. The second, multiple periodization. Single periodization. When there is only one macrocycle in 1 year, E is called single periodization. Multiple periodization. When there is more than one macrocycle in a training year, it is called multiple periodization. Most common types of multiple periodization are double periodization, that is 2 macrocycles in a year, and triple periodization, that is 3 macrocycles in a year. The normal duration of the periods, however, is subject to a much wider range in double and triple periodization. In multiple periodization, the transitional period at the end of the first and or second microcycle is not there. It is kept only at the end of the last year. According to Matthew, single periodization is suitable for developing the base for sports performance, and multiple periodization is better for faster development of performance. Multiple periodization should be avoided for children as they cannot tolerate highly intensive and specific training. And finally, to conclude today's discussion, periodization is a means of organizing and managing training to provide a greater likelihood of successful performance through year-on and year improvement and plan management of peak performance. Periodization and training are the main components and the basic form of preparing the sportsman. In other words, it is systematically planned preparation with the help of the exercises methods which realizes the main factors of influencing athletes' progress. The content of training includes all the basic types of preparation of the sportsman, that is physical, technical, tactical, and psychological. Today, even a highly talented sportsman is not in a position to win a medal unless he possesses a certain minimum of the above-mentioned factors. It has also become increasingly clear that these factors cannot be developed to the desired level in 1 or 2 years. It is necessary for a person to develop adequate level of physical fitness early in life and then continuously maintained throughout regular participation in a well-designed activity programs to promote his total physical well-being, flexibility along with strength, speed, and endurance. The concept of periodization rests on a sound physiological basis, but it is a concept that is difficult to scientifically scrutinize since many factors outside of the specific training program can affect how an individual adapts to training. But anecdotal evidence supports that athletes can perform better using the periodization method. Although periodization is most commonly used for elite athletes to enhance performance, it can also be used by anyone who wants to get the most out of their exercise program.